Hello, everyone. I'm Bill.
I am Lawrence Patchman Lang.
Reginald here. How's it going?
And welcome to episode 3 of the Sports Insanity Podcast.
And 3 episodes already? Sheesh.
And guess what? They still haven't kicked us off yet. So we're doing something right.
We're doing something all right. We haven't been kicked off Podbean yet or YouTube. But we'll see what happens.
It shows we're doing something good here, am I right?
It's for the people.
It's for our loving fans. We actually have more fans now than we did back when we were in college.
Oh, my God. Every day I get notification from the Facebook page. You got Sports Insanity Podcast page has 1 new like. I'm like, oh, well, hey, look at that.
We're more popular now. We're moving up in the world.
Slightly. We're not like Dan Le Batard podcast famous yet, but maybe someday.
We're going to get there. We have to be positive here.
Of course.
So,
Gotta think positive.
So first of all, thank you for joining us on this very cold Saturday afternoon.
It snowed last night, and I was very upset.
God.
That I missed it because I went to bed at 9:30 last night.
You must have been tired.
Well, like as the old saying goes, when you're working in a pandemic, it's gonna kill you.
Okay, we got a pandemic, we got killer bees, and now we got snow. What's next?
The election in November.
A friend of mine put a meme up saying, "Locust, earthquake, a new Nickelback album."
Whoa! I will say, don't bash Nickelback.
I actually don't think they're that bad.
They're not that bad. They're all right.
I think it's like one of those bands that is like kind of overrated to hate. You know what I mean?
It's like choosing your wing dipping sauce. Do you like blue cheese or you like ranch with your wings?
I like ranch.
Yeah, me too.
Blue cheese is good too.
Blue cheese is amazing.
Not a big fan of blue cheese.
It's good.
Why not?
I like it.
I just don't like it, you know. As I tell some people, when you have health issues at an early age and you lose taste buds, certain things are just ruined for you.
I guess, but it's like, it's cheese,
so,
man. Cheese.
Oh, I love cheese. Don't get me wrong. Just not a big blue cheese guy.
So, do you think okay, now that we're off the topic of pandemics, Nickelback, and blue cheese, I think it's time to say we have a great show for you today, don't we?
We'll see.
Hey, we always have a great show. We're discussing the NFL schedule, the NHL's plan to restart. We're talking about Korean baseball. Now, I know what you're all thinking. Are you guys this desperate now?
Not yet.
We're not that desperate.
Well, we'll see.
Well, and also, we're doing something very fun today. We are counting down and this is at the end, guys. We are counting down our top 5 favorite sports movies.
Trust me, that list was hard.
Dude, I believe you. Making that list, it's like picking your favorite relatives.
I can do that easily.
Yeah, there are a lot of movies that I like in the sports, but it's like, I don't know. I went a different direction, or direction that no one really expects. You guys will hear from that, and
I'm
of course,
excited.
you'll see me talk about it if you're watching this on YouTube, in just a little bit. But yeah, I kind of went a different direction. I don't know. This one was
I'm excited to see
a lot
that.
to think about.
Okay, but before we do anything, we, for the second week in a row, actually have a special guest.
Yes.
And joining us today is our very, very dear friend, and he's an old friend of the show. Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mr. Eric Ford.
Whoa.
What it do, baby?
Hang
Eric.
on,
What
man.
it do? Oh man, let me start my video. Come on. Okay, there you go.
Eric,
What it do, baby?
Hey.
Eric,
Bill.
welcome to the new Sports Insanity Podcast.
Oh man, it's great to be here. It's great to be here, man.
I gotta correct something. It's not Mr. Eric Ford. It's Sir Franklin Ford.
Oh,
Sir Eric. It's Sir Eric, actually.
Sir
Eric Franklin Ford.
Sir Eric Franklin Ford, as radio days would imply.
Or Big Brother. People call me. I remember.
That's right. I remember those days of Big Brother.
The good old days.
I love. Actually, I kind of like Big Brother a lot. I go by Sir Eric. I like Sir Eric. So.
Big Brother Ford.
Let me just give you guys all a quick history about our dear friend here. He back when we were at our community college, he used to call into our show. And then he once in a while, when he was around, he came in and so when he heard we were coming back, he messaged us, I got to come on one day. And we're like, sure.
Hey. Man, 2 guests in a row. Who's going to be on next week?
Yes, who is going to be on next week?
We'll try to
right now.
Wait, what was that, Reg?
I'm not worried about that right now.
But now, let's do this.
Let's go.
Okay, so we're going to first start talking about the NFL schedule. Applause! Applause!
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like I'm not getting any applause. So.
give you a golf clap.
Damn it!
You got a fist bump for me.
What was that?
You got a pump for me.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So for those of you who haven't been paying attention, the NFL released their schedule Thursday night. And of a season that may or may not happen, but I've been saying this for weeks. I'm leaning more towards the may category.
I'm in the maybe category as well. If there's going to be an NFL schedule, an NFL season, they might have to start it without fans, and I'm fine with that because we'll still have football.
At least we'll still have football. But like I said, I'm actually pretty optimistic about the NFL. So
I will say, if there are actually no fans at NFL games this season, is there even home field advantage?
I mean, the Chargers and the Rams, they're used to it by now, so.
Whoa, hang on. They got SoFi Stadium now, which is a beautiful stadium, just like the Raiders with their new stadium.
It is I will say
LV.
those two teams, they got some really nice stadiums, man. I'm like, man.
and we have to actually say and before we get to our team's schedules and predictions and all that fun stuff, did you hear there's actually going to be I was telling these guys earlier, there's actually going to be a NFL football game Christmas night.
Ooh, who's playing?
I will tell you in a second.
I think it's like Vikings or the Saints or both. They're facing each other, maybe.
And first of all, it's like you now have a whole day of sports and you have extra time to get out of stuff with your family.
Yeah, totally. With the basketball and the football.
The way you got to do it is you deal with your family in the morning, and then after 12, it's like, leave me alone. Just let me know when dinner's done.
This is true.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Yes, it's actually Minnesota at New Orleans on Christmas Day.
And that's going to be a 4:30 game.
Yeah.
Ooh, eat dinner and watch some football. I like it.
I don't know how I feel about that because it's like I'm a huge basketball fan, and when I'm watching on Christmas Day, I want to be tuned into it. I don't want to be flipping back and forth from football, a possibly big NFC matchup, to a basketball game early season. Even though it is early season, I would still like to watch basketball. It's tradition.
Well, here's what you do.
I don't know.
Here's what you do, Reg. You ready? Put the football game on in one room, put the basketball game on in the other room.
I don't have that many rooms in my house.
Okay, plan B. You put one game on the TV and one game on the laptop.
Okay, but it's like,
Don't make me think of a plan C. That took me 5 minutes to think of a plan B.
Or if the Knicks are somehow playing, they're going to lose. So you can skip that one.
If the Knicks get Christmas Day,
They're playing noon.
It's always the noon game. It's never the afternoon, like 4.
Oh, yeah. That's unfortunate.
So it's like, it's not unfortunate. I think it's great. I don't have to watch the Knicks on ABC, losing badly to teams. Great.
Hey, but look at this. But always look, the Knicks season is always over by Thanksgiving.
Well, I don't think that's true.
It depends how healthy the team is. Like they were
And
a lot.
if,
They were a lot better this year than they were last year.
Yeah, true.
It's like before we go back to the NFL, it's like with the Knicks. Have you ever seen that? Even though this is with the Mets, you've all seen that Family Guy joke where they say Halloween is a bigger letdown than being a Mets fan. It goes opening day, and here's the first pitch, and the season's over. It's like for the Knicks, it's like opening night, and here's the first hit, and the season's over.
Season's over.
Okay,
That is true.
Yeah, sorry we took that few minutes to bash the Knicks, but
The
for the
disrespect.
greater good.
The disrespect for the Knickerbockers.
No
Hey.
offense to Knicks fans.
Hey, we're not the Knicks owner, so
That's a whole different story for a different day.
Hey, and the Knicks owner actually went to my alma mater, so.
That means nothing.
Okay. So yeah,
I just have a few minutes to boost my ego. Thank you. I'm kidding. I'm not an ego person.
so anyway, yeah. So Vikings, Saints on
Yeah,
Christmas.
yeah. Thank you. We got
Nice.
off on a tangent. Yeah, Vikings and Saints are playing Christmas Day. That means, you know what that means, fellas? 4 consecutive days of football.
Yeah, how about that?
You have Friday. You have. Yeah, wait. They were telling me that there was a Sunday game. I don't see that there's any Sunday game here. That's odd. I mean, not Sunday. Saturday. Sorry.
Well, I mean, isn't it one of those like to be determined TBDs?
Yeah, they're one of the TBDs.
Yeah, because I think the Jets are one of those games that are like, we don't know if we want to put it on Saturday, we want to put it on Sunday. So I mean that's probably not like released yet, but like
But you would
know
have like
certainly.
four consecutive. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. 4 consecutive days of football: Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Mhm.
It's a beautiful thing. Okay, now that I butchered our start, I think it's time we talk about the whatchamacallit, talk about the schedules. And since we have a double team of Jet fans here,
Let's go, baby.
Let's start with them.
yeah, we're
all right.
gonna be fair and start with you guys.
Yeah, because y'all are outnumbered like crazy. That's why.
Yes, we are outnumbered.
We gotta be nice to the laughable team.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
It's always a disrespect for us, Eric. It's always a disrespect to us.
That means you got to be somewhat nice to me because the Giants were laughable last year.
No, Giants been laughable for a few years.
Okay, let's before this erupts into a huge fight, begin.
All right. So, do you want to go by like
Let's just go by week. Start by
Okay,
week.
cool.
Week 1.
Cool. So we're playing Jets are at Buffalo. Josh Allen has a new sexy weapon called Stephon Diggs. They have a good defense, good running game, but I think Josh Allen's going to throw like 3 interceptions, and I think we're not going to choke like last year. So that's a win for us.
Now you take.
What happened?
What just
That's
happened?
a win.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're taking week 1 as a win.
Now you're taking an L.
Everyone wants it to be a loss. It's the Jets. That's why.
Buffalo's just a good, strong team.
Yeah, they've
Week
been
1 out of the gate
They're
in
a
Buffalo.
very good team.
lately, so yeah, sorry guys, I'm going to give that an L as well.
Well, forget you guys.
We got a long day ahead of us.
This is gonna be a
Oh.
long schedule. The reveal. We go over.
Okay, week 2.
Week 2. We have the Niners.
At home.
Reg, I'm gonna let you go first.
That is a big fat L. There's no way San Francisco.
Exactly. L.
L.
and 2.
That game.
I'm going optimistic here.
You're too optimistic.
Famous last words, Eric. Famous
I
last
think
words.
the Niners are gonna have a hangover season. I just feel it. I feel the Niners are gonna have a hangover season. I'm gonna give an L to the Niners. Win for the Jets. 2-0, baby.
You're too optimistic, dude.
Too optimistic. Shame. All right, week 3.
Week
Week
3.
3
It's what? It's
at Indianapolis.
It's right. They're going to Indianapolis. That's also a loss. As well, the one thing I have to say is that the Jets' travel schedule is kind of weird. So, and that first half before the bye is going to be a really tough one. We'll go through all the schedule in a second, but I just wanted to make that point that their traveling is going to be a little bit tough this year, since a lot of their road games are Midwest or beyond. So, I just have to point that out. That's a loss again in Indianapolis. I don't trust the Jets.
0-3 to start, I think.
0-3.
Yeah, I chalked that up as a loss. So I'm 2-1. I know, optimistic first 3 weeks. I know.
All right. Next.
So
Who
we
beats
are
Denver?
back at home Thursday night game at
It's a short week.
Short week. We're playing Denver. I
Give
think
them the W.
I think we're gonna come back with a W, man. We're gonna win.
I'm gonna be nice. I'll give them a win.
I'm not sure. It's a toss-up for me. For that one, it's a toss-up. Like, I don't know how the Broncos are really going to be this year. Like, I'm going to go with a win only because I feel like the Jets have a stronger team. But it's like, it's a toss-up. I really don't know. So I'll say win for now, but I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I'm leaning. Our offensive line is gonna be tested because we gotta go against that beast named Von Miller.
Yeah.
I'm being optimistic here. I'm going with the I have it up as a W, and I'm gonna keep it as that. So I'm gonna keep it as a W.
Okay.
Right,
Next.
Week 5, home against the Cardinals. Kyler Murray, D Hop. Oh, so the Jets fan is taking the L. Patchy's taking a W. What about you, Bill, man?
Me with the Cardinals and the Jets. Okay, what's that in the background?
Later on, if I print some out or.
Excuse us, folks. I thought I heard something.
All good.
Cardinals and Jets.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be generous. I'll give the Jets a W.
I agree. I'm gonna go with a W in that.
Gentlemen.
I think Kyler's gonna make a couple of big mistakes down the line, and I think Darnold's gonna come back on that. And he's gonna capitalize on those mistakes. So yeah. So 4-1.
So it's, to me, this is like a trap game. It's a game that they probably should win, but they won't because the Jets don't know how to win in games that they should win. So I'm going to take it as an L. And it'd be an embarrassing L.
Wow.
Were you taking an L on that one?
Yes.
All right.
Patch?
So week 6, we're playing at LA, the Chargers.
Taking the L. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm taking L.
Taking
The
the L.
loss.
Yeah. We don't know how to beat. We don't know how to beat discount Michael Vick as in Tyrod Taylor. We just don't know how to beat him.
Discount Michael Vick.
Discount Michael Vick. We just don't know how to beat him.
Yeah, Tyrod doesn't get any respect, and I feel bad because, he played very well in Buffalo. Obviously, Buffalo has a better quarterback now, but when he was there, he's actually pretty darn good. So, yeah. And, of course, he ran into the Brown situation, which we all know Baker was going to take over that team. So, it was just, his time was coming there. But I really hope that he has a resurgence because he's good.
Okay, we were on the Chargers, right?
Yep. So now we're back home against the Bills.
Ooh.
L, baby. You're getting swept by Buffalo this year. Buffalo's going to be the new king of the AFC East.
Reg?
I mean, it's also another one of those games where it's like, we can win, but we won't win. It's like, I've always been the one to say that the Bills and Jets always either the Bills sweep us or the Jets sweep them, or they split the season series. So this is one of those years where they're just gonna split the season series, and I'm gonna take the Bills on that one. Besides, they play way better at MetLife Stadium versus the Jets.
I'm going to actually be with Eric on this one. I'll give it a split and give the Jets a W.
I said a W. I think we're gonna sweep them.
I'm going with the
I
split.
might change it. Granted, I might change my mind probably after this episode, but yeah.
And I just want to say to our fans, we're not mind readers. We don't have a crystal ball on what's going to happen.
Shit, if I did, I would be in Vegas right now putting odds down.
True.
I would too.
Um,
Okay, so
week 8, Week 8, it's automatic out. We're playing Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh yeah, I'm
No.
giving you guys an L.
Whoa! Hold up,
Oh,
Patchy, you're going with a
Patchy's giving the Jets a W.
Upset of the
playing-
year.
at Kansas City.
They're playing in Kansas City, so I'm giving.
Upset. Upset. Big upset.
Upset alert.
So the
boy.
Jets are going to go on the road to Kansas City and win? Is that what you're saying, Patchy?
That's what he's
Absolutely.
saying.
Okay, Patch man. Well, here's what I'm going to say to you. I'm actually going to agree. They're going to go for the upset.
Ooh. It looks like we have a split crowd here, folks.
Oh my gosh, this is
Look.
crazy.
I know this is probably crazy pick for me because it's like the Jets and Chiefs Super Bowl champions. Like, there's no way the Jets, a team that's building up, is going to go into Kansas City and get a win on the road. But it's totally possible. And I love Sam Darnold when he's on the road. I don't know. I mean, there are times where he makes me cringe a bit. Last year he was just recovering from the mono and all that stuff. But, once he was healthy and during that second half of the season, I was more confident with his ability. So I actually like Darnold on the road better than at home. So I'm going to take that W and run with it.
I will say this: I think statistically and feeling-wise, we do have a better defense on paper than the Chiefs. So I will say that. But Patrick Mahomes, man, that arm is just
He's going to go off for sure. But
he's going to go off.
I love
So
Pat.
we got to go
not-
equally as off.
I love Pat Mahomes. So yeah, I'm giving the Jets a big fat L. But
I'm going with that.
But again, we'll see. Okay, moving on.
Moving on, we have the Patriots. We're home against the Patriots. I'm going with the W. Yeah, I'm with Patchy in this. I'm going with the W. We don't have the GOAT. We don't know what Jarrett blah 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 is up to. We don't know him. Granted, it could be one of Bill Belichick's tricks, like, oh, boom, he's good, and blah blah blah. But here's the thing:
The GOAT's gone.
I'm actually gonna join you and Patch. I'll give the Jets a surprise win.
Here's the thing: the GOAT's gone.
The GOAT, yeah, Brady's gone
Running game is
at best.
Brady had last year had no weapons on offense.
Mm-hmm.
If they took Edelman out of the game, it was a wrap. Which the Texans,
And I like
Ravens,
Edelman, by the way.
Texans, Ravens, and Dolphins, and some other team. Who did the Patriots lose? They lost 4 games. beyond the point. Once you take Edelman out of the game, it was a wrap for them. They don't have Edelman. They don't have Gronk. This should be, as long as we don't see it as an easy win, we should win. I'm going with a win.
They should be way confident now than they were the last 20 years facing the Patriots.
And you're still giving me L, huh, Reg?
Yes, and of course, I'm taking the W. I'm going to get a win out of that one. Win for the Jets.
Oh, win. Okay.
Win.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All wins.
The way it saw was a little weird. Okay.
Right. We're playing at Miami. I had a win at first, but I'm going with an L. I'm changing it to an L.
Nope, they're going to go 3 straight wins into their bye.
I'm going to ladies and gentlemen, we have a day that's going down in the history of the world. I'm actually going to say the Jets are going to win a game that Eric says they're going to lose. So this is
Miami. I don't know. For some reason, like Miami, like it's hard to win in Miami. Even the Patriots had a hard time winning in Miami. Like Miami can put up a fight, and I think we're not gonna. Again, I think we're gonna go split season on the Dolphins. I'm gonna go with the L. I'm taking the L.
All right, then week 11 they get a bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
of course. And of course, that way. First of all, I think the Jets are going to lose that game because they're on the road in Miami, and I don't trust them on the road in Miami. So I just want to get that in quickly.
Okay. Till the bye. Nothing's going to
Miami, then Miami again at home, which will turn into a win.
Yeah, I'll give them a win.
Yeah, win.
W.
Because the Jets always do well against Miami at home. And, again, this is one of those times where they're just going to split the season series. So
yeah.
I truly believe in that.
Week 13, we're home again against the Raiders.
Taking the L. They finally lose one. Again. In my prediction, after going 4 straight, they're taking the L against the Raiders.
I'm going with a win.
I'm going with the win as well.
Stuff.
The Jets are no strangers to the Raiders playing there at home. But, I mean, last year they won their game against the Raiders, which I was there, and I was very thrilled because there was a ton of Raiders fans over at MetLife Stadium, which I didn't quite appreciate. But I think that this time is going to be a loss. So I don't trust this Raiders team. It needs to be way better. Relocation to Las Vegas, I think it's going to, rejuvenate that. So it's going to be an L for the Jets.
All right.
So the next 2 games we are away in the West Coast.
Which I hate.
Playing against Russell Wilson, dangerous Russell Wilson and Seattle Seahawks.
Taking the L.
L.
They go back-to-back on the West Coast. Double L's.
Yeah.
We are, L against the Seahawks.
I'm going with an L against the Seahawks.
Russell Wilson is just too dangerous of a weapon. He don't play.
It's a loss, definitely.
Yeah. Then we are at LA against the Rams.
Loss.
Win.
I'm going with a win as well.
L. Got to go with the L. I'm sorry. You're in that new stadium for the first time?
Well, this will be our second time.
That's right.
And I think by the second time, we're going to okay, we know the feel of the atmosphere. We know what we're expecting.
But there's a difference between Chargers and Rams fans.
They are different. But, yeah, Rams don't have no friends. No, but I don't. Golf is very iffy. I mean, they lost some key players on defense, and they lost a defensive guru in damn, what's his name? You know what I'm talking about. Wade Phillips. Oh, I'm going with the win at LA and
All right.
back home against the Browns.
Oh, you guys better win that one.
We're gonna get our revenge. We'll be hungry for the playoff spot. We're gonna get that W.
Yeah, you guys better win that game, or I'm gonna sit here and laugh.
The Browns were once regarded last year as one of the best teams in football. Well, that ended up not being the case, and it won't be the case this year. So I think that this will be a win. I hope it's a win. It's late season. They're trying to, make that final push. Now that there's going to be the playoffs expanded. So, hopefully they can sneak their way into it. So definitely it's going to be a win. So they're trying to win, trying to get it.
And then last game,
prediction.
we are at the Patriots Gillette Stadium. I chalked it up as a loss, but I think we'll somehow make it on a 7th seed. I think we'll be in second place. We're gonna do good this year. But,
No, they're gonna take an L in New England.
I agree. I'm giving them an L in New England.
I'm going to say they sweep New England. I'll take a win. I know that surprises people, but I really don't think the Patriots.
And you say I'm optimistic.
But the Patriots are not. You're optimistic winning against the 49ers.
True.
Like, come on. This is the Patriots, a team that I really don't think is going to be, the same.
Same game for Trevor Lawrence.
So I definitely will give that a win. And a final record of 7-9, I believe I have.
Same here. I'm going 7-9.
Yeah.
At 10-6.
Oh shoot! I wasn't. Oh god, I lost track.
It's fine, though.
Sorry, guys.
Way to go, Bill.
I feel like you was somewhere between 7-9, 8-8. I want to say you were somewhere in that range.
Okay, gentlemen, I apologize for my error.
All good.
It's all good.
All right. What team we're gonna roast? I mean, guess against next.
So let's just roast the Giants.
Oh, let's go.
It's perfect.
Okay, well, let's do
We'll
it.
stay in the Empire State, the Giants. First home game.
Okay,
Home
hold
game.
on, let me pull it up. Okay, the first home game is against Pittsburgh.
Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football at home.
Yeah, that's out, bro.
Yeah, I'm giving that an L.
They're losing.
Yeah.
Reg.
Ben Roethlisberger on kill. Hello.
I actually think it's going to be a win.
Oh, really?
I just think it's going to be a win. Yeah, you know what? I am tired of people because I've actually grown a lot on Joe Judge, and I'm tired of people thinking that, he's not good enough just because he wasn't a big-time coaching hire. And I'm also tired of the Daniel Jones haters. So, win for the Giants.
Hey, I love Daniel Jones too.
I like Daniel Jones.
He's a good guy. I think he's going to be great in this league.
Okay. Week 2 is in Chicago against the Bears. You know what? I'm going to give this one a W.
They get in the win. They're winning on the road.
And you're
They're
giving
gonna
us
win
an
on the
L.
And once again, I'm at odd man out, and I'll just see if they're lost.
All right. Moving on to week 3. Oh, boy. The 49ers at home.
Taking the L.
Yeah.
Let's all agree. Come on, Bill.
You're taking the L, Bill.
Yeah.
L, baby.
I agree. But we have home, so. And to continue the rest of mine and Patchy's, I'm actually going to write this shit down so I don't forget.
Good man.
Remember, kids, write shit down. It's good for you.
Knowledge is key. Write stuff down.
Jimmy G will prove his dominance against New York teams.
I agree.
Going back to what I was saying, the Niners, they're in New York 2 weeks in a row. So they 2 weeks in a row, both at MetLife. So like I said, they're gonna win against the Jets. They're gonna lose against the Jets. They're gonna kill. They're gonna have their revenge against the Giants. That's gonna go.
Okay, week 4, Giants and Rams. Call me
L.
naive, but I'm gonna go with a W.
L.
Reg?
They're going to start the season 1-3. It's going to be a loss.
Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Okay, week 5. Oh, boy. Dallas, in Dallas.
L. Sorry.
Agreed.
It's going to be a win.
No.
Really?
No.
Nah, they're not gonna win at Dallas.
You don't think that Jason Garrett doesn't know his former team? Like, come on. I mean, he may be different coaching system with Mike McCarthy, but
You know what?
he was in Dallas, so he's going to give whatever insight to Joe Judge. Being from a coordinator standpoint, it's going to be a
You know
win.
what? I was about to give an L, but after hearing that, I'm feeling optimistic. Let's go with a W.
And it's on the road, and I think the Giants, they love going to Dallas and being America's team. So
Yes. Week 6, at home in Washington.
Coming back after being 1-4, taking the W.
W.
I'm giving that the W.
going to be a win.
Okay, week 7, Giants and Eagles in Philly.
Fortunately, they get back on the L train.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Nope. It's the way it is.
Okay, now this one's a tough one.
I know we're both.
Giants and Bucks at home. Because we got Brady.
They're pulling the upset off. They're taking the W.
You know what? Let's do it. Let's go with the W.
We're going to
You
take the W.
want to go with the W, Bill? You really want to go with it?
Oh, boy.
I think Brady's gonna have this. He's gonna remember. The Giants fans are gonna remind him that they beat him twice, and Brady's gonna be like, "Okay."
You know what? I hate to say it.
Five.
I hate to say it. I think I'm going to give this an L.
So Tom Brady
I'm giving
might
this-
not be the same quarterback that he was in New England, but I still think he has a lot in him and enough in him and enough weapons to actually have a good season. And part of that good season is beating the Giants.
So let's just give this an L and move on.
Well, Patchy's not giving him an L.
Nope.
So.
I'm getting the upset.
Okay, so Giants and Redskins
They're
again.
gonna sweep. They're gonna sweep Washington.
I'm going with the sweep.
They're gonna sweep
They're
Washington.
going to win.
Yeah. Well, good news for you, Billy. I'll take that win as well, and they will be, in my record, they're over 500.
Awesome. Okay, and then now we have a bye. And no, we don't have a bye. Sorry. Ding. Eagles and Giants at home.
Wait, what?
Eagles and Giants at home.
Now they'd be on the road, I thought.
No, this one they're going to be at home.
Okay. They're still taking the L.
Reg?
It's going to be a loss. Eagles, I think, are better.
If they play the Eagles after Week 10, I feel like the Giants might get a win. But the Eagles usually start off good, so they're gonna get the Giants on this one, man.
Okay. Coming up next is the Bengals in Cincinnati.
Oh, they're taking the win.
Win.
Yeah, it's going to be a win. Can I just say something? The Jets and Giants have the same bye week.
I will say that's interesting.
Yeah. Has anyone just noticed that? I just noticed that. I'm
Really?
Yeah.
That's
You're
going to
buying
be on a,
11, so is the Jets.
that's going to be an interesting week then for local TV markets to play games. Because
I'm kind of happy
At least
because
our local TV.
Okay. Next one, I'm not even going to fight this one. Giants and Seahawks in Seattle. I'm taking the L.
You're taking a big L.
Big fat one.
Hey, at least I'm not being biased here. Okay. Cardinals and Giants at home.
W.
Giving a W.
I'll say win.
Okay.
I trust my defense over the Giants defense any day. Hop's gonna have a good game.
Okay. Next, we got the Browns at home. This is a win.
That's a nice win. Nice back-to-back wins.
This better be a win. Or
If
else I'm going to be
Odell
sad.
comes back to MetLife with a chip on his shoulder and he's healthy, you better believe that he's going to break out and stun the Giants fans and get them an out. So it's going to be a loss for the Giants against the Browns.
Wait, against the Browns?
Yeah.
Actually, if you look at the schedule, the Browns come back-to-back weeks to MetLife. They come week 15.
That's crazy.
Come 15 against the Giants, and then come 16 against the Jets.
Okay. Moving on to week 16, Giants and Ravens in Baltimore.
The big L again.
Lamar Jackson. Big trust.
I really do like Lamar Jackson, so
Big trust.
The Ravens were very disappointing in the playoffs last season. They won't be as disappointing this season. And part of that stops in New York with a win.
okay. And finally, Dallas again at home.
They're taking the L, going to 7-9, just like the Jets.
Taking the L, going 5-11 with a good first round draft pick.
Call me overly optimistic, but I'm going to go with a W. And hold on, can I just count up my?
They end the season with a win, and it's going to be 7-9.
I'm sorry, I'm counting out my own. Just give me guys a second.
Now, one of the games that's going to be a toss-up to me is, let me see. I don't know. I might even give the Bears as a toss-up. Right now, it's a loss, but I truly think the Giants can win that game. It's a winnable.
I would say I would also throw the two Dallas games up in the air. You can either have them both lose one, they could win one, and they can both split and be 8-8.
8-6.
But I still have them going 7-9.
My one is the Eagles.
Oh god, I think I miscounted here.
I think they're gonna split. They might split against the Eagles. So I'm sticking with the L, but they might split. They might split.
2-2. Guys, I'm sorry I'm taking a while. I'm just trying to.
It's all good. Hey, Patchy, you confident about your Packers?
I feel confident when we get to me. I have a couple predictions, but other than that, I think it will be a good season for us. People are saying we have a tough schedule. I think we have a decent schedule this year.
It's
not.
The
Giants have like the second.
Giants and the Jets have a tough schedule. Yours is.
We have the
not
second
even
toughest schedule
close.
in the NFL.
I feel like those who said you have the toughest schedule don't know.
While we're waiting for Bill, I will say I'm happy about the Bills this year. They get 4 primetime games this year.
Yeah, the Bills finally getting some respect, but then
Bills got some respect.
But then if you think about it, like it's the primetime games. They get Thursday, mostly Thursday and Monday. Is that what it is?
They have 2 Monday night games. The Thursday night, I think they get a Sunday night game as well.
They do get a Sunday night.
Okay, after doing the counting, and I thank my dear friends here for being patient, Giants are going to be going 9-7 this year.
Oh my gosh! I hear that laugh.
Okay.
I
So
had to count and recount and recount and recount and recount and recount.
Bill, don't lie.
Because you didn't even believe it.
Bill, you're lying to us. You changed 2 picks on us.
No, I didn't. I swear. If you
9
want to launch an investigation, I will send the sheet I wrote.
9-7. Okay.
All right.
I will send the
Okay.
sheet. I may have made a mistake or two, but you know what? Let's move on. We'll be here all day.
Okay.
Okay, so
time.
let's go to Pack's team. Packers.
Oh, the Packers. We open up against Minnesota. I'm going to go through mine easily, through quick, because I want to get to other topics. So we'll do the speed round on this one. I got them against Minnesota away. They're losing. But going to get the first win against Detroit in the second week.
Win.
Then we go to New Orleans. We're going to take another L.
Mm-hmm.
Because no Drew Brees in the Superdome, who wouldn't pick the Saints to win. Be a great game though. Then they come home against Atlanta, going to take a win. Be 2-2 going in their bye for Week 5. Then on the road against Tampa Bay, they take another loss because TB12. Who doesn't root for the GOAT? Houston gonna take a nice win on the road. Come home against Minnesota. I see them losing both games against Minnesota this year. Minnesota has a great offense and a great defense. Now here's where I go a little bit crazy. Going to go to San Fran, get a little revenge, get the W. Home against Jacksonville, W. Go on the road against Indy, take another W. Then home against Chicago and Philly, 2 more W's. Go on the road against Detroit, take another loss, and then win out the season against Carolina, Tennessee, and finish on the road against Chicago and go 11-5.
I have some similar, almost something similar. At Minnesota, you know what? I changed my mind. They're gonna lose in Minnesota. They're gonna win in Detroit, lose in
New Orleans.
Yeah, they're gonna lose against the Saints. They're gonna win against the Chokers. The Falcons. Bye week. Take an L against the Bucks. Win against the Texans because they're trash. Win against the Vikings at home. They're gonna win at the Vikings at home. Lose against the Niners, and then win out 12-4.
All right, I like it.
All right. Reg, what do you got for that?
No, I'm not gonna pick the Packers game because I think they're gonna have a good season. I like some of their matchups. I really do think that Aaron Rodgers is gonna have good season. I think they're LaFleur, is that his coach's name?
At LaFleur.
Yeah. So I think you have another good year. I think he did pretty decently last year. So, I don't really have much to say on that. But I love the Packers. Packers are always a big threat in the NFC. Never, that's not going to change.
No, I do agree. They're a huge threat. Just writing down the record I have. God, I am very AR about this.
Okay. Well, while Bill's figuring that out, can I just list you the 8 teams that have a maximum of 5 primetime games? There's the Ravens, the Cowboys, the Packers, the Chiefs, the Rams, the Patriots, which I don't understand, 49ers, and the Buccaneers.
I have the.
Great.
I'm sorry. What were you saying, Reg?
I was just listing down the 8 teams that have a maximum of 5 primetime games.
And with schedule strength, you know who has the toughest one? Philly. You know who has the second toughest?
G-men.
Yeah, and Patch, I have your Packers going 12-4.
Hey, some respect.
Okay, so that's the NFL schedule, and now it's time we anybody have any thoughts before we move on?
Let's move on.
Watch out
Okay.
for the Bills.
Moving on, the NHL, Ross Mason, if you're listening to this, yes, we're talking your sport. The NHL is thinking about having a NHL season with a 2014 Stanley Cup playoff.
It's crazy.
So let's breeze through this. Gentlemen, what do we think?
I'm optimistic. I like it. Who doesn't love playoff hockey?
Oh, I love it too.
Regardless who's in it, watching playoff hockey is a different feel than watching regular season hockey. You throw 24 teams in there, that means anyone can beat anybody on any given day. It could be crazy.
Reggie, what do you think?
Well, I mean, this is obviously a proposed plan. Let's say if they need to restart the season, they would restart the season with the 2014 playoff. And the way it would work is, they would have 12 teams from each conference. I don't know exactly how they're going to do it. One of the ways that was brought up was they would either do 6 teams in each division, or they would do the top 12 teams in the conference. In my honest opinion, I would much rather have the top 12 teams in the conference.
And that's a much better idea
Than the 6 teams in each division, because then the thing is, this is the thing that I don't like about divisions and why it should be abolished across the board. Not everyone is going to play the same. Like, if you're in your division, you're guaranteed to play the most games in your division. So it's like you're putting a lot of emphasis on it. So when you have teams that have a better record that may not be in your division, and you're going to be costing them a playoff spot, that's where it gets all screwed up. So I think the top 12 teams of the conference definitely sounds better than the top 6 teams in each division.
I agree.
So that would be the case. And by the way, Bill, if it's top 6 teams in each division, the Rangers are out. So that's not good, because they were having a resurgence of a season. So, yeah. That's my thoughts, and I think it should be the top 12 teams. And in that case, the Rangers would be it. So that would be very exciting to have playoff hockey back in the city of New York.
Yeah, so because if we do the top 12, the Rangers would be in. Am I right?
That's the plan, yes.
Yes.
What about the Penguins? Would they be in?
I mean, I think aren't they one best? I mean, I don't really follow hockey much, but
Okay.
Well,
shout out to my boy. Shout out to my boy Justin M. And he's my dude. He's a big Penguins fan. So I don't really watch hockey too, but 2014. Who doesn't like an underdog story? This definitely gives a shot for an underdog to rise. Everyone loves a good underdog story. So yeah, let's
Speaking of underdog story, remember, Reg, what was it when the Rangers were down 3-1, and you, me, and Ross, we were watching the game. We were at that club dinner at our old college. We were watching the game on your laptop or something. We're all gathered around watching the Rangers Penguins playoff game. That was beautiful.
Oh my God, the Rangers. God.
That was a good day.
It was a good day, and they won.
Fun.
So it was great.
Yeah. So I think they should just do the 12 teams. But as we said, maybe it just makes more sense just to no champion this year and start again next season. So
It's what's best for business right now.
yeah.
Go to just axe the rest of the NHL and NBA season. Start fresh in the fall.
Yeah.
By the way, the Pittsburgh Penguins would be in the playoffs.
Good.
They would be. Yeah, I just looked too. They
boy.
would be, and so would the Winnipeg Jets for my team.
So, yeah, that's any further thoughts on that, or should we just go on?
Let's just move on.
Move on.
It's
Okay, if they get this 2014 playoff, it'd obviously be a one-time thing, but it'd be pretty interesting the way they would do it. I think this is probably one of the better proposals out there to restart the season and try to get sports back on.
do so. Yeah, I think we should just do the 12. I think we should just do the top 12. So, but we'll see what happens. Okay, moving on. Since there's no Major League Baseball, we go to the next best thing.
Why are you laughing? It's baseball.
It is baseball, yes.
It might be on the butt crack of dawn, but why not?
You know why you watch it at the butt crack of dawn? You know why?
There's nothing else to do with my life right now.
Because you can.
Well, that's true.
That's our answer for everything. Because we can.
I was trying to stay up for it. I ended up falling asleep.
Now, I've never really watched a Korean baseball game, so.
Yeah, so the KBO, they just had their opening day Tuesday, which was pretty nice because, obviously over there it's during the day. Over here it's like late night and, or at least early morning, so it's a pretty tough time to be staying up and trying to watch a game that, if you're just going to fall asleep, during it.
So, anyway, Patchy, you were telling me something very interesting, that Korean baseball has something that Major League Baseball doesn't.
I wouldn't say doesn't.
I wouldn't say doesn't, but it's more frowned upon in MLB.
You know what I meant.
And of course, but a side note, with the Korean baseball, they have like automated sounds. They put like fake cardboard cutouts in the stands, and they have like crowd reaction noises. It's actually pretty fun. And it's
that is
enjoyable.
awesome.
Yeah.
Like, okay, there's no crowd here today.
But
so at least I get to hear the people.
Boo! The virtual crowd is booing you. Boo!
Typical day at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah. So the bat flips. Are they
Bat
any?
flip. Oh, who doesn't love a good bat flip? Just swing and then just throw your bat. Why not? But as we've seen before in MLB, the bat flip is kind of frowned upon. Example, the Blue Jays in the playoffs, Batista's bat flip. We all know what that led to a few months later. Little fisticuffs at second base. But I think we need more bat flips. As one of my old teachers at Marist College said, if baseball had more bat flips, it'd be more exciting.
Oh, I agree. I feel like American sports is like taking out all the fun and stuff sometimes. How like not just with Major League Baseball, but like with NFL, how there's like penalties for even breathing.
The NFL is getting more lenient with celebrations. We see the fun team celebrations in the end zone. That gets very creative.
Because we always joked around that they used to call it, what is it, the No Fun League?
Yeah, I think in America we're way too sensitive towards how people celebrate when scoring. So it's just weird. I personally would love the bat flip to be a thing that we can celebrate, just as they do in South Korea. Because, it just brings all the drama. Patchy, you just mentioned it. It's more exciting. Fans are into it more. The players are into it more. I don't want to hear about these pitchers and catchers and all the other infielders whining like a bunch of babies just because of a bat flip. Like, the bat flip is not going to hurt you or anything.
Because if you look at the bat flip, like we saw Bryce Harper's in the home run derby when he won. I'll mention a minor league baseball player, Chris Betts, who was part of the Renegades. He was up playing for he got called up to Single A, and his home run derby, he won, and he did a bat flip. They turned into a shirt, which was awesome.
That is awesome. But getting back to what you said, Reg, about people being too sensitive about the celebration, it's like they're not really doing anything harmful.
Yeah, I mean, they're not harming you like physically. I mean, obviously it could, it could mess up the momentum the team has. Like, people obviously, it's damaging to what your team does during the season or whatever, or at least during the game, it's pretty assures that you're going to lose. But who cares? That's just a part of the game. It's a part of the drama. And, baseball is in need of something exciting because it's not the popular sport that it once was, even though it is America's pastime. So, bat flips help the game, in my opinion, and I think it should be embraced more. It's not embraced enough. It really isn't.
Eric, you have anything to chime in?
We are getting a little bit too sensitive. I mean, come on, let them do a bat flip. I mean, it should really bring some competitive out of you. Stop being I don't want to say it, but
it's a good point, though. It's a good point. It's supposed to bring something out of you. It's supposed to get something out of you.
Then no, if you see someone there celebrating, you're thinking, "Oh boy, we're down. This better light a fire under it. This better light a fire under my ass and get moving."
Yeah. And you know what? If they do it to you, once you do something big, you do it back to them, and they deserve it.
I will say, I thought this last night, bat flip contest during All-Star break.
Bat flip contest.
That would be awesome.
Bat flip contest. Think about it.
Hey, Rob Mansfield, if you're listening, we are proposing this.
He's probably not listening.
No, he isn't. We're 4 random guys in New York doing a podcast. I don't think he's listening to us.
Never know. I see Stranger Things.
Oh, trust me, I have too. Believe me.
Not the show, just actual Stranger Things.
Yeah. So, there needs to be more bat flipping, damn it.
More bat flips. More fun.
All right.
By the way, bat flips in Korea are absolutely amazing.
They're beautiful.
It's a great sight to see. And again, like I said, there's no one attacking each other afterwards. It's just a flip. And it's normal. And it's as if you are, it's like cream. You put it on and that's it.
Okay, so anything else on this topic, or are we ready to move?
Let's move on.
Okay, before we get to the big thing that we were going to do, I do think there is something we need to cover. We should have talked about this when we talked about the NFL.
We should have.
Earlier this week, Don Shula, Miami Dolphins legendary coach, passed away.
The only man to coach a perfect season. May he rest.
90 years old.
90? Great life, part of history. May he rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Don. The last and only perfect coach.
He's going to be up there with Vince Lombardi.
Oh, I was saying the same thing.
Hands down. Man, it was unfortunate, man. Yeah, we lost him. But
he is the one. He's the winningest coach in NFL history. That's until someone breaks it, that's going to stand. Like, he set that precedent for long-time head coaches to coach teams. You see nowadays the Bill Belichicks of the world who have been in their posts for 20 or so years. That's something that doesn't really happen anymore. So it's just really Don Shula really set that for them. So he's definitely one of the greats. It's not the greatest. It's arguable. You can argue that.
Best coach since Vince Lombardi.
And of course, he has a special place in my heart because the Jets beat his Baltimore Colts in the Super Bowl when he was the head coach of that Baltimore Colts team at the time. So that was pretty sweet there. I just wanted to mention that too.
Your only Super Bowl.
Yep.
But look at the bright side. As my cousin Brian would say, the Jets have a higher Super Bowl winning percentage than the Giants. So.
I like that. That's funny.
Cause if you're listening, that one was for you. So Don Shula, rest in peace.
Should we do like a 10-second moment of silence?
All right, let us pause for 10 seconds of silence. Thank you. Okay, now, my friends, the time has come.
Oh, for the fun part of the show.
Oh, who's ready to have some fun? Are you?
Gotta have fun.
Well,
In the
ready,
sun.
Okay, so, guys, here's what we're going to do. Since we haven't been really to watch actual sports, we go to the next best thing.
Curling? On YouTube?
Damn it, Patch!
What? Curling's exciting too, just like watching cornhole.
Have you have you ever seen that? What is it that Family Guy sketch going? Oh, you should come watch the big curling match. Did you ever see that?
I have. You should go watch the big
Hilarious.
curling match, eh?
Okay, so from my personal standpoint, everyone knows I love sports, but I also love movies. I actually have a movie channel. If I'm going to shamelessly plug, if that's okay.
Go for it.
Movie Holics Productions. Please check us out. We're cool. We promise. God, I sound like that. I sound like a desperate person. But so we decided, in the midst of a lack of sports, we decided to list our top 5 sports movies.
Right.
So here's how I want to do this. Okay. We're going to just go around and like everyone, number 5, you get what I'm saying? Or
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
and give an explanation and like I'm just going to say this list was a bitch to make.
Oof.
This was like I had to leave out some movies that I feel bad for leaving out, but at the end we'll give some honorable mentions. Gentlemen, sound good?
Sounds good. Because I got a couple
Sounds good.
I got a couple honorable mentions on mine. I got 3.
Okay, so who should start first?
I got a couple too.
Bill, you start us off with your 5th overall thing.
My number 5, I don't know if a lot of people have heard of this movie. It's called 61. It's about it's an HBO movie that was actually directed by Billy Crystal, and it talks about the fight between Roger Maris and Mickey Mantle in the 1961 season to break Babe Ruth's 1927 record of 60 home runs. I really like this movie. What I liked about it is, sorry, I'm wearing my film critic hat, is what I really like about it is they really show, like there was a rumor going around that Roger Maris and Mickey Mantle actually hated each other. Actually, that couldn't be further from the truth. They were actually pretty good friends. And what it really shows is that how the fans, the media, and even like the commissioner and a lot of them, they hated Roger Maris. Most of them all wanted to see Mickey Mantle break the record. And what I also like about it is they really show the stress that Roger Maris was under. Like there was a scene when they show him losing his hair. They were showing him that he was breaking out in hives because he was so stressed out. And it really shows, what I like, it really shows the contrast between Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris, how Mickey Mantle is more the celebrity going out, partying, and Roger Maris was more of the quiet family man. And
Check it out. I haven't seen it.
yeah, if you have HBO Go, it's on. And
Ooh, I know.
it's also on YouTube as well.
Ooh, I know what I'm watching after we're done here.
It's really good. I highly recommend you give it a watch. Okay, that's my number 5. Let's go, Reg. Your number 5?
So my number 5 is We Are Marshall.
Ooh,
Ooh, good movie.
We Are
Very
Marshall.
Very good movie.
If people aren't so much aware of the movie, it talks about the rebuild of the Marshall University football team. Obviously, for those that are aware, those that aren't, in 1970, the Thundering Herd, they were playing in a season game. After the game, they were flying back home and they got into a plane crash. And the whole movie just talks about the entire rebuild of that team. So I love every moment of that film. So that's my number 5.
I think it's very underrated, by the way. Right, Patch?
My number 5 is 42. About
Ooh,
I like 42.
about Jackie
that
Robinson.
movie.
To me, it's just a great overall movie in our history for baseball and America. You know, he broke the color barrier. Overall, I saw it in theaters, and whenever it's on, I stop and watch it because it's just an overall great movie. So 42 is my number 5.
Yeah. I like that one too. Eric?
That's a good one. It is on my list though. My number 5 is Remember the Titans.
Yeah,
Another good movie.
great movie.
I mean, oh man, that movie always just has. It always had and always will have a special place in my heart because I watched it at a young age, as when I was young. Yeah, it's just a really good movie. Overall, just awesome movie, So.
All right.
All right. Now my number 4. I feel like this is one of those movies you have to put on a sports list. My number 4 is Rudy.
Okay, Rudy's good.
Rudy, who tells the story of Daniel Rudiker, a.k.a. Rudy, who has a long-time dream of playing for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, and talks about him trying to get in and get on the football team. It is just, I don't want to sound mushy here, but it is like one of those feel-good, inspirational movies that really shows that you can just do anything. And you got to admit, that scene is really when he's on the field and they're all chanting, Rudy, Rudy, Rudy. I got him the first time I watched it. I'm like, wow. And even though I know he was only in for one play, blah, blah, blah.
You still got to play.
And when he's getting carried off the field, that is like. And also, fun fact, I actually met Sean Astin, the guy who played Rudy.
Sean Astin. That's nice.
I love him.
Briefly. Nice.
I love that dude, man. He's a great actor. He seems like a very down-to-earth person. I love meeting him.
Yeah.
From his 80s hit The Goonies to Stranger Things, and he's totally terrific.
And just, I'll make this really quick. I asked him, I said, did you get to meet the actual Rudy? He goes, yeah, he was there every day. And I'm like, what about Ara Parseghian, the football coach who was in that movie? He passed away. Well, he passed away. He's gone now, but back then this was 4 years ago. He was actually still alive. Going, actually, Ara Parseghian's still alive. Going, wait, he is? Huh. Yeah. So
All right, Reg. You're number 4.
Okay, my number 4 is Angels in the Outfield.
Yeah.
That's another good movie.
Very
I liked it.
Great. It's a great one.
It's underrated.
Yeah, I mean, my list was pretty good. There's a lot of sports movies that I like, but I had to go with number 4 with Angels in the Outfield. I think it's a feel-good movie. Obviously it's my favorite sports, baseball, so it's like, it has that into it. But just this idea that a kid can see these angels, actual angels in the sky, helping the California Angels win the game, go on a second half surge to win a division title. It's terrific. I love it.
Oh, that's
I
great.
love it. And then of course there's a lot of family drama to it as well. So it's not just sports. There's a lot of family drama to it as well. So, but obviously the main thing is the sport aspect of the movie. So definitely Angels in the Outfield at 4.
All right, number 4 for me, Moneyball.
Ooh, yes.
Talk about the A's and statistics. What they did that season about not going off like power and all that, going off statistics. You got to throw that movie in there. Great overall movie to watch. Shows the heartbreak of being traded from a team you played for. I just like watching it. It's good, great film.
We're on to me now?
Yeah,
Yep.
You're on you. Number 4.
So this movie was basically why I started like basketball. Space Jam.
Okay.
Okay, I like Space Jam.
It's funny. It's
It's
really
funny. It's kooky. Actually, me and my friend, we watched it right before quarantine, and we just all enjoyed. We still enjoyed it together. It's just it's fun.
There's that one time back at Dutch's Radio
Oh, yes.
where the Monstars
Attacked.
they attacked and completely wiped off our station for a day. So that was pretty.
That was. I will say, from looking at the statistics, since I had access to that during that time there, that was our highest day ever for the radio station. Minus like the sauce, the cranberry sauce challenge just before our time we were there. That was the highest time when we had I think we had like 115 listeners that day.
Right.
It's unheard of.
Yeah. By the way, this is the station that we were, our college station that we had.
Yes, this is the show.
Dutchess Radio.
Great times.
Okay.
Great times.
My number 3, Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams, hey.
It's on the list, just a little higher up on mine.
Okay. Hey, everyone's entitled to my. I'll give my thoughts, and when we get to where it is on you, you give your thoughts. I just think it's a real. I feel like baseball is the backdrop, but I feel like it's more than just a baseball movie, if you know what I mean. Because there is about for those who haven't seen it, it's about a farmer who gets told by a mysterious voice to basically build a baseball field. As they say it, you build it, they will come. And, talks a lot about his father and how he was a big baseball guy. And the ending, I'm not going to spoil it, but it's a bit of a tearjerker. Yeah, and also fun fact, James Earl Jones' character in the movie, the author Terrence Mann?
Mm-hmm.
That was actually based on J.D. Salinger, the author of The Catcher in the Rye.
Interesting.
In the short story, they were actually going to get J.D. Salinger, but when it was made to be a film, I think Salinger said, "Don't use my name," or he was going to threaten legal action, so they changed the name. Because at this point, Mr. Salinger was very reclusive. For those who don't know, that's the guy who did Catch in the Rye. But yeah, love Field of Dreams. Okay, Reg?
My number 3 is Coach Carter.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Coach Carter. Yes, about the coach that helped these basketball team, obviously very controversial, trying to get education into their mind, not necessarily basketball, but still feel a good story. There's a lot of basketball drama into it, a lot of off the court drama as well. So, I think Coach Carter is, I don't know, a lot of people don't talk about Coach Carter, and I think
it's very underrated, man. But that was a really good movie. That was good.
All right. For me, I'm throwing The Big Lebowski in there for number 3.
Okay. Why The Big Lebowski?
Just for me, personally, I'm a bowler. It has bowling in it. It tells a great story. The dude, White Russian.
Deuterino.
You went over the line, mark it down, it's a 0. Just one of my favorite movies to watch. Plain simple.
Okay.
All right. My number 3, Mighty Ducks 2.
Really?
Really. I like them. I like the Mighty Ducks movies in general, but the second one was the best for me. I know, and it just had a personal place in my heart. This was a tough list to make. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, I'm putting that as number 2, Mighty Ducks 2. That's number 3, Mighty Ducks 2. Yeah.
Okay, my number 2. Dun 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 dun.
Wait, should we do honorable mentions before number 1?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, we'll do those before number 1. Good idea. Okay, my number 2 is Rocky.
Yeah.
Rocky, it's just, again, the underdog story. A no-name street fighter a club fighter who gets a title, who gets the chance to go for the heavyweight champion of the world. It's just amazing. If you ask me about the franchise as a whole, I'll make this very fast, I promise. My personal favorite, I think, is Rocky IV, when he fights Drago, the Russian. Have you guys ever seen any of the Rocky sequels or any of the movies?
Yeah.
I didn't see the sequels.
In,
Creed
like,
and Creed
well,
2.
like from here and there, I'll watch some of it.
I would say
Like,
4 is my
I'm not.
favorite. I would go, this is how I would rank them real quick. 4, 1, 2, 3, 6, 5. That's how I would rank them.
Man, they really milked that system, that franchise.
Mhm.
They
So,
milked that one big time.
Yeah, but yeah, I really love it. When I was in like 7th and 8th grade, my parents could tell you I was actually in a phase when I was obsessed with Rocky. Okay.
Adrian!
Yo, Adrian! Okay. And
Adrian! I did it.
it's not only one of my favorite sports movies, it's like one of my favorite movies, period. So,
It means it's definitely a good franchise to watch. Okay, for my number 2, it's Remember the Titans. Now, I had it higher, Eric, only because of the fact that you bring two types of teams together and they go on this massive winning streak. I think it's absolutely amazing. And due to all those racial tensions going on, all that stuff that gets covered into it, I think it's something that's powerful and that's it's just amazing. It really can unite a crowd. So I think that's why I had it higher, definitely. So I had that number 2. Remember the Titans.
Yes. For me at number 2, it's Field of Dreams. And if you look at, and I compare Field of Dreams, and a couple of people that I know do it too, they compare the Field of Dreams to the Renegades. When the Renegades first started, way back here in, it'll be 27 years ago, I think. The old saying goes here, says, "No, if you build it, they will come." There was this high tension when trying to get the Renegades to come here. You build it, no one will come. You look, 27 seasons later, they're still coming. So it holds a special place in my heart because when you were little, during summertime, you were either swimming, camping, or you were going to Renegades game to watch
Pretty
baseball.
much, yeah.
Yeah, that's a big thing around where me, Patch, and Eric are from. Like the Renegades is a big thing. So,
and now the big question is, what happens with the Renegades? Not because of COVID, but because of minor league baseball's plan to eliminate a whole bunch of minor league teams.
Yeah, I hear a lot of positions that, silent against it, of course, which I hope that, pulls through, I'd be really sad if...
The one rumor I did hear was that they might go full season in the season A. It might be a single A affiliate, not like short season or high affiliate, a regular season A season. So we might get more Renegades baseball. Who knows?
Okay.
All right. So, Eric, you're number 2?
Number 2, it's Patchy's number 5, 42.
Really?
I love Chadwick Boseman. He played a good job, awesome job portraying Jackie Robinson. And again, it just, really has a special place in my heart. It was, again, big racial tensions. I was, there's a part in the movie, you guys see the movie, right?
Yes.
Yeah. When, there was people who was trying to hurt or kill Jackie. And I think his brother or his manager trying to get him out of town, in the middle of the night. And, Jackie was like, what's going on? What's going on? He's like, dude, these people are trying to kill you. And then Jack Robinson was just laughing. He's like, why are you laughing? I thought I got cut.
I remember that. You know what my personal
and
favorite...
then the last part where he was where that just running home and it ended. Woo! It brought chills on my spine.
You know what part I really love? The part when they're at the I think they're playing like Cincinnati, and Jackie goes into the field, and the whole stadium is yelling racial slurs. And Pee Wee Reese comes over and puts his arm around him. That is just a very powerful scene. But I like that movie too. So, okay, before we get to number ones, we're all going to give a few honorable mentions. And I just want to say one quick thing. Personally, these lists may change. So, this list was a bitch to make. Okay, so my honorable mentions, Pride of the Yankees.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone ever saw or heard of that. It's a one from like the 40s about it's a biopic of Lou Gehrig starring Gary Cooper. Really good. Highly recommend you go watch it. Cinderella Man with Russell Crowe.
That was good.
That's a good movie.
I'm not the hugest Russell Crowe fan, but I actually really do like that movie. I know I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for not putting this on the list. It was on Patchy and Eric's list, 42. Like I said, a very tear-jerking story about, a very inspirational story about Jackie Robinson. And then Friday Night Lights.
Another good movie. I like that movie.
And the series is pretty good, too, from what I've watched of it. And Moneyball. Okay, Reg, your honorable mentions?
My honorable mentions, there's Like Mike. There's one. Like Mike, obviously, that involved Bow Wow. At the time, Lil Bow Wow, becoming the star basketball player at 13 after trying on these shoes that might have been from Michael Jordan. So it's just
I remember that movie, yes.
It's just a really silly type of movie. You know, you got all these NBA players in it too. It's just a fun movie to watch. So there's one of my honorable mentions. I had All the Mighty Ducks on there too. My personal favorite Mighty Duck movie is one, because they were the Ducks the entire time, and they became something from nothing, you know. So I really liked all the events in all those movies, but one is definitely my favorite. Then there you have, then I had 42 as well as honorable mention. It was a great movie, but it wasn't like, it didn't make my top 5.
No, me too.
It would have been top 10. We had an expanded list, like top 10 maybe, but it didn't make the top 5. I don't know why. It didn't speak to me enough. I mean, it spoke to me a lot, but it's like it didn't, not as much as like all these other movies that I had to. So I had 42 there. There's many more. Rookie of the Year I had up there.
Also, Rookie of the Year was one of my honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah, so all those movies definitely have places in my heart. Glory Road too. So yeah, Patchy, go ahead.
All right, like Reg said, Rookie of the Year was on mine. I had Longest Yard, Adam Sandler version.
Mm-hmm.
Great movie, just a fun movie to watch. Also, I had 2 other Adam Sandler movies too. I had Waterboy and Happy Gilmore. Just 2 movies.
I knew you were gonna say that. I'm a huge Sandler guy too, so like.
You gotta.
Parade.
You know.
To me, you gotta have Happy Gilmore in there, because the one line that still resonates today on like those, when ESPN posts a silly video. Oh, Happy Gilmore didn't accomplish that feat no more than an hour ago.
Mm.
That goes around now. And then I had Kingpin.
Nice.
Okay, never heard of that.
Kingpin, bowling movie. Very funny. It's underrated.
Okay, I should give it a watch.
It's a good watch.
So my list here, Like Mike was definitely one of them. Benchwarmers, actually. It was Rob Schneider and David Spade in that. I just liked it, you know, just because of the time it was at, and me My dad watching it at a special place in my heart. He's still out there, okay, but I just love it. It's just a good memory me and my dad had.
Hey, baseball has a lot of good things. It talks about
Exactly.
a lot of great things. But baseball, man, you got it. It's the baseball that really gets to you, you know. And the fact that 3 people just completely dominate the entire league is just amazing. Go ahead, Eric. I'm sorry.
The movie?
It's another longest yard, of course.
I failed to mention one more thing. Major League.
Oh yes,
You have to throw.
Too. Thank you.
You got to throw Major League 1 and 2 in there, and if you want, you can throw 3 in there if you want.
I didn't see 3. I only saw 1 and 2. But
3's all right, but the first 2 Major Leagues, come on.
Before Charlie Sheen went crazy.
Way before Charlie Sheen went crazy.
Hey.
And then,
Happy Gilmore was another one of them. And Rocky, it unfortunately didn't make my list, but you can't not make a list and not put Rocky in it.
yeah.
It's Rocky. It's Rocky.
All right. Who is ready for the moment of truth?
Mm-hmm.
I feel we might have all the same number 1.
Oh, we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 1 is Miracle,
Okay.
which tells the story about the 1980 U.S. Olympic hockey team to beat the Soviet Union.
I remember that.
It's just that movie that really makes you feel, you know, like it really makes you feel that you were actually there, and I feel like they actually play the whole game. And I think one of the best part, Kurt Russell as Herb Brooks.
Speak it.
When he's giving the pregame speech.
Yes.
When, you know, this is your time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like every time I watch that, I get chills. And it just makes you want to, and just when he says that last part, goes, now go out there and take it. You just feel like you're getting ready to watch the actual game. And you feel like, you know, like that's a speech you want to hear before like a big game. And like, again, like even the movies that are based on true stories, you don't know if they're 100% accurate or maybe they took some artistic liberties.
I don't think Disney is very about 100% accuracy, you know, but definitely Miracle, great movie. It's a great choice, though. I love it.
Thank you.
Love that choice.
All right, Reg, your choice?
The Sandlot, number 1.
Oh, yeah.
Sandlot, number 1. Okay, from little kids playing baseball to Squint kissing Wendy Peppercorn to the Pickle trying to get the Babe Ruth signed ball from the Beast. Oh, come on. That movie is absolutely number 1. I watch it all the time. It's my favorite movie. Number 1, Sandlot. All the other sequels they suck. It does not compare to the original.
I'll agree with that.
Patchy?
I have Miracle 2.
Really?
Mm-hmm. As you know, the famous speech, the opening 2 sentences from that great speech. Great moments are born from great opportunity, and that's what you have here tonight, boys. It's 2 sentences that I resonate with a few of my friends from Bowling League a few years ago. It was a little motto I instilled to them before we bowled in the state championships. And we did come up a little bit short, but we got second that year. So it's a movie / the whole speech resonates with me and a few of my friends.
All right.
But
Eric,
overall, I love the movie.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Go on.
So, yeah, it's kind of underrated, but it definitely has a special place for me because it you know, I'm not too much of a crybaby when it comes to movies, just not who I am. And it's not like I cried this movie, but I definitely got emotional. I had the tissues near me. I didn't cry, but I had it near me. Southpaw with Jake Gyllenhaal and Forrest Whitaker, Southpaw.
I never saw that actually.
Yeah, go check it out. It's a very, it's a boxing movie, but I just like the acting in it and just how he, just never gave up and just started, going back to basics kind of thing. It just really resonated with me, and then it was just a really good movie for me, man. So that's my number one.
Yeah. And I did a poll yesterday on our Facebook, Twitter, and my personal Facebook. I'm just gonna read very quickly what we got, and we actually had a tie for first. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Okay, so here's what we got. 61 as well. That was actually from my cousin Liz. Liz, if you're listening, shout out. Yeah, I mentioned my cousin Brian earlier. Welcome, guys, to the Murphy family reunion. Remember the Titans?
Yes.
Double Teamed, which is an old Disney Channel movie.
Okay, that's actually an interesting one. Double Team.
I never watched it, and that was from my friend Christine. So yeah,
it's good. I like it.
Yeah.
Two twins going into WNBA, so it's pretty good.
Moneyball, which we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Waterboy, which also we talked about. Pride of the Yankees. Kicking and Screaming.
Kicking and Screaming is a good movie, actually.
That was funny.
The Rookie, Seabiscuit.
Seabiscuit, okay, that's interesting.
And also in the movie Invictus, which I think was really interesting.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
And this was a movie that I'm surprised wasn't on anybody's list. The Blind Side.
I'm with Reg.
Well, you didn't like The Blind Side, Reg?
It's not that I didn't like it. I mean, it's a great film. Sandra Bullock does an amazing job. But I just feel like, I don't know. To me, it was just too predictable. And besides, it's not like, I mean, it's a great story, but to me, it's just too predictable. And obviously, it talks about Michael Orr, who became an NFL player, after being homeless in the streets. So it's like, I don't know, it's tough.
It was good.
Happy Gilmore.
Mm-hmm.
The Longest Yard and Field of Dreams. And here's the tie because I feel like there was a 63rd way tie for second. The tie for first, Sandlot and Rocky.
Yeah, Sandlot, let's go.
Yeah, so that's our list. And listen, if you're watching on YouTube, in the comments, tell us your top 5 favorite sports movies.
Listen on Podbean, also comment.
We'd love to know. Maybe we'll share some next week. Who knows?
Never know.
Yeah, so anything else, or is that a wrap?
I think it's a wrap for today.
Okay, guys, thank you for tuning in. Sorry we're longer as usual. We just had a lot to talk about today.
I think it's no longer the Sports Insanity Hour podcast. It's just the Sports Insanity podcast.
Yeah, we call it Sports Insanity because it's no longer an hour.
It can go as long as we want.
Yeah, I think that's the freedom of this. Eric, thanks for joining, buddy.
No problem, man.
We would love for you to come back sometime.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
And, also, I'd like to give a shout out to all the moms out there, especially my own. Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day, Mama.
Love you, Mama. Love you, Mama. Love you, Abuela. Love you, Titi Gali. It's my aunt.
And also, I want to give a special shout out to all the moms out there who have young kids over the past 2 months who've been dealing with this whole thing. I know it's probably hasn't been easy. Thanks okay, I'm Bill.
I'm Lawrence Patch Manlang.
Reginald signing off.
Sir, Eric, signing off.
Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. If you're on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, follow us on Podbean, and whatever I left out, we'll leave it in the description on YouTube. All right, guys. This has been episode 3 of the Sports Insanity Podcast. We will see you next week. Take care.
Deuces. Love you guys.
Yes.
Bye.
Yeah, later.